So, last time we left off, the Lily Pirates had just come out of the pocket dimension created by Whitebeard for them to travel to parts unknown. Eep was introduced into the crew, or I suppose hazed into the crew, or at least attempted to be hazed into the crew by Raging Bolt, resulting in a cat pancake. And they all just spent some time in the Dark Realm bonding. It seems like Alicia's a little bit more pep in her step after going over some things on her own, and also getting some help from Flint and Oswald. Upon exiting the pocket dimension, you all began to fall into the desert kingdom of Alabasta. You were then taken to meet the king. You also met guardians Ko'ul and Go'ud, who are awakened Zoan users. And you met the king, King Sans Winder, and the royal family of the Nefertari clan, Nefertari Mimi and Nefertari Fifi. You were given the mission to go and find the third guardian of Alabasta, who has been less than cooperative recently, and his cooperation is a major part of the Revolutionary Army's Operation Line Strike, which is an attack on the Shabauti Archipelago to both kidnap world nobles, free the slaves, and destroy the slave auction houses that have been set up there. So you all headed out to go and meet this guardian, who turned out to be none other than Monkey D. Luffy. And that is kind of where we're at right now. So, we're going to pick up right where... No, let's actually go to a different part of the world for a second. Whitebeard sits on top of what is left of a ruined marine base. His coat hanging off his shoulders, fluttering in the wind, as his hand just kind of clenches and unclenches, almost in a nervous gesture, as he looks over the waves. The fires around him and in the forest begin to slowly die out as smoke rises into the sky. Charlotte Linlin walks up beside him, kind of gives him a side eye.
What's on your mind, Edward?
I'm thinking that we're not going to have enough strength for Operation Line Strike.
You don't think we're enough?
I have a bad feeling about this. I don't think this is going to go the way we want it to. I'm thinking about calling in a favor.
Linlin just closes her eyes and pinches the bridge of her nose.
Don't do this. Don't do this, Edward. You know how much of a pain it can be to deal with him?
That may be true. I think it's a bargain we're going to have to take.
Is it really worth giving up a favor to do this?
This is going to be the first great operation performed by the Revolutionary Army. If it doesn't go off without a hitch, I don't know what's going to happen.
Linlin just shrugs and walks off.
It's your funeral.
Whitebeard pulls out a transponder snail, glancing at the tiny little thing in his hand, his eyes hesitant. Before he closes his eyes, gives a sigh of resignation, and punches in a number.
Bitty, 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 bitty. Bitty, 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 bitty. Bitty, bitty, catcha.
The eyes of the Denden Mushi turn into a piercing, hawk-like yellow. A massive grin spreading across its face, and a feeling of an absolute intensity radiating from it.
So, you decided to call in that favor, did ya? Don't make this harder than it has to be. Oh no, Whitebeard. I'm gonna be milking this for every ounce I can get. Just as you squirm a little bit. Can we not do this right now, please? You know, Eddie boy, you and I could have been at the same place right now, standing shoulder to shoulder at the top of the world. And you chose a different path. I'm sorry, okay? God, yeah, I'm just messing with you. What do you need, Whitey boy? Let's just say we might need the help of some of your stronger commanders. You're making big on that favor, aren't you? Very well. Give me another call when the time comes. I'll send them your way.
Whitebeard just shakes his head.
You're not going to make this harder than it has to be, are you?
The snail gives a vicious grin.
I'll try not to.
Cutting back to the palace in Alaberna. Find ourselves in the dining chamber that you guys were in. You see King Sandswinder sitting at the head of the table, leaned over, his elbows on the table and his fingers laced together as he rests his chin in them, just kind of glancing off with a contemplative look on his face. The sound of gentle, steady, and elegant footsteps echoes through the hall as the figure of Nefertari Mimi walks in. Her authoritative eyes, though gentle, show no signs of bending as she glances around the room. She looks at the guards.
Leave us.
They immediately bow their heads and leave the room. King Sandswinder looks up.
Ah, my queen. Is there something I can do for you?
She just walks over and plops down in his lap and starts pouting.
Did I scare them?
Women.
Oh, no, I'm sure you gave a very good first impression. They definitely weren't fearful of you whatsoever, and
She kind of glances back at him.
yeah, maybe a little bit.
She just crosses her arms.
You know I didn't mean to.
I know you didn't, but sometimes your presence is a little intense, especially for, newcomers like them, and they're pirates, and
She just leans back and he just sighs and wraps his arms around her.
okay. Are you worried about the Guardian?
Yeah.
King Winder gives a gentle smile.
I'm sure he'll be fine. They remind me a lot of him, And I'm sure he sees that in them as well. Hope all we can do now is pray that our guests don't end up as grease stains on the desert floor.
And with that, we return to you all. Standing in front of you, or rather, Heading back into his cave, back into the darkness, Luffy takes a few steps towards what seems to be a little living area. There's a wicker chair, a stone table that has what looks like a small area for a fire pit lit under it, or rather positioned under it. It's currently unlit. And as he takes a few steps in, he lights a lamp that is hanging from the ceiling, and gives it a small twist to feed the oil to the fire, and he turns towards you all. Well, you coming?
I follow in.
All right.
Not terrified.
Flint.
of
Yeah,
I
Flint.
have thoughts of scaring him to see how it goes.
him.
Okay, go ahead.
I said I have thoughts. I didn't do anything.
You what?
I said I had thoughts. I didn't do it.
Okay. All right. So, as you, it's interesting because you swear that as you begin to think that, there's the tiniest little tug at the corner of Luffy's lip, as he just takes a quick glance at you before looking away.
You can't read my mind. It's not possible.
All right. Oswald kind of looks around and I think I want to go check on Lily. You will all be fine without me, yeah?
No, we won't be, but yeah, have fun.
He just shrugs. Sorry. And takes a step out of the cave. Eep, you are too small to fit into the cave, and Salaki is still outside pouting.
I am. Yes. Very, very hard.
So
Kicking rocks.
Wait, you said Eep is too small to fit in the
Eep is
cave.
too large. Eep is too large to fit into the small cave.
Alrighty. My
Just
bad.
like put your head in, maybe, so you can
Eat
listen.
fries.
Surprise.
Luffy takes one look at Eep and kind of tilts his head. What are you?
I'm Eep.
He gives you a big smile. Hello, Eep. I'm Luffy.
Hello.
You want to join us?
Sure.
He just nods, turns around to the wall behind him, clenches his fist,
Oh no. I can see where this is
and
going.
literally from the inside of the mountain blows the ceiling off of it. The side of the mountain explodes like a volcano, sending debris flying through the air and letting sunlight stream in.
Flint is seeking cover behind Raging Bolt.
What did I do?
And I try to seek cover behind Flint because I don't want to be there either.
We just keep looping around each other.
Yeah, you guys just stumble over each other before falling on both of your butts right at the entrance, or right at the entrance of the room. Luffy turns around and nods.
I'm gonna run in. Guys, what happened? Where did the mountain go?
Making
The giant, you see the giant gaping hole blasted through the mountain that is more than big enough for Eep.
Okay, I guess I'm here now.
Well,
Thank you. And Eep walks on through.
All right. Yeah, you have to kind of go around the mountain to walk in, but once you do, you are greeted with the very small, humble setting of Luffy with a couple of chairs, or a couple of wicker chairs, the stone table, and then a little chest.
I guess we didn't introduce ourselves back to you, Luffy. My name's Flint.
Nice to meet you, Flint.
He turns towards Salaki.
Oh, I'm Salaki Sama. I'm a shark.
Fishman, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And he glances up at
Okay.
Eep.
And you said you're Eep, yeah?
Mhm.
It's nice to meet you, buddy.
You too.
And
He points to Raging Bolt.
you're a mink, yeah?
Your service.
Tell him your name.
Luffy just kind of tilts his head.
That's a weird sounding name.
My name is Raging Bull.
Well, it's nice to meet you too, Raging Bolt.
We'll
Kind of
see.
grins. That's also a funny name, actually.
I'll definitely see all right.
Well, what are y'all here for?
You.
We're here to convince you to join.
He points to himself.
Why?
But you
I
go.
thought we told him last session.
Yeah, we definitely did.
Well, I know you're here because the king wants me, but why does the king want me?
They wanted to attack Sabaody and like free slave auction houses and take celestial dragons hostage. And we needed you to do that.
Because you're like mega powerful and stuff. The mountain can testify.
All the better that I stay here and protect Alabasta.
I get that, but I mean, like,
He
Why-
kind of leans forward in his wicker chair.
You know, this is all I have left. I'm not going to send my king and my fellow citizens off to get themselves killed. That's just the thing. I'm strong. But they aren't. And in this world, strength,
He leans back again.
is all that matters.
I get that sentiment. I think most of us on the crew do.
But think about the slaves who have even less than this. Don't you want to free them?
He kind of tilts his head forward, his long hair kind of covering his eyes.
Of course I want to free them. Nobody deserves to live under the rule of someone else like that. It's wrong. It's not human. Or fishman or mink or whatever.
Then why don't you
Hey,
join us?
I love inclusion.
He just looks off to the side.
Have any of you ever been in war before?
Yeah.
Then you know how easily it is for someone that you swore to protect. In all of the craziness of war, just suddenly you can't help them.
Salaki. As powerful as the pirates on Melanie were, it is true that many fell during the war.
Yeah. You don't have to remind me, okay? I know that people can die and, you know, people that you care a lot about. But, I mean, I think as long as everyone goes into it with the knowledge that death is a possibility, then I don't think there's a single thing wrong with giving your life for another.
And just kind of looks up at the ceiling, deep in thought.
I still would rather protect my homeland. And I know if I'm not with them, then they're not going to go. Right?
Did they say that they were
Yeah.
going to go with or without him last session? Did the king say that?
They said that their plan involved going through the calm belt with a combination of Nefertari Mimi's Devil Fruit and solar-powered engines.
Mm,
But in order to get there in time and without being detected, they needed to travel day and night.
mm. The only way they can do it is with you.
Exactly.
But what if the world government finds out about this planned attack? They're just gonna attack you regardless.
Then they'll be fighting me on my home turf.
You
Do
think
you really think that you're strong enough to beat the world government?
waves
By
of
yourself?
attack from the world government?
Admirals, even. I mean, what are you gonna
I'm not
do
scared of
when? What are you gonna do when? What's his name? Akatora? Whenever he comes and saps out all of your heat?
There's a big difference between the heat of a flame and the heat of the sun, trust me.
I don't know. Maybe you could teach Flint a few things.
I wanted to ask you so badly.
I can teach you a few things. I got plenty of time on my hands.
Wait, do you know that Flint's fire?
My hair was on fire last session.
Oh yeah, it was. I don't
My
know. Maybe
hair
that
was in
just like
fire
a
when I was looking into the cave, I mean.
Hey, Flint,
Hello.
how long have you had that Devil Fruit power? It hasn't been very long, right?
I was assuming like a year.
Right.
Like a few months before the first session. Like half a year maybe. I don't know.
It seems like when you bring this up, even though Luffy is offering to help you train your powers, it seems like the shine in his eyes disappears.
Don't do it.
Why? Why do you look kind of sad now?
And like I said, my old crew was completely lost.
Did one of them have the same fate?
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, well,
Oh well, that's
I'm sorry for your loss.
He,
It's so sad.
the smile never leaves his face, though at this point his eyes look completely dead.
Yeah, we got a harsh wake-up call.
what? I mean, if you don't mind my asking, what happened to you guys?
We learned the truth of the world. And that truth is that strength rules all.
Was it like a Yonko or something? Because you're really strong.
I wasn't always this strong.
I mean, still, your ability by itself is terrifying.
We fought as hard as we could. But that monster said it was a good experiment. Liber Maximus,
Hmm.
known as the Monolith. He wiped us all out. He
What were you
didn't even
supposed
really
to do?
try that hard.
It's a Yonko. I mean, a Paradise crew going against a Yonko? That was...
Exactly. We were not ready for the new world. And we paid dearly for it.
I'm really sorry.
So, like, he just kind of looks down and puts his hands in his pockets, starts
Lucky
kicking the ground.
sad.
Can
Salaki said,
I-
man.
Can I try to make like a persuasion check along with something I want to tell Luffy?
Yeah, go ahead. What do you want to say?
Would you consider your previous crew like your family.
They were more than my family.
Okay, then imagine the slaves' families that are dying without you there. They're experiencing the same thing as you are. And yet, you choose to stay here for a threat that you do not know that will come, so that you can not keep people from death and danger that we do know is happening right now.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh boy. Persuasion. There it is. I have no positive outcome on this, but let's try.
11.
Okay.
Not great.
No,
Wait, you have 0 charisma?
He gives you,
baby.
Luffy gives you a kind smile. You know, one of my friends, when we were still sailing as a crew,
Why am I nervous? This is a fake game.
he thought the same way that everyone is thinking now. And he eventually, a couple of years back, actually succeeded. He gives a big, prideful smile. His name was Fisher Tiger.
Fisher Tiger! Salaki immediately gets over his depression. Dude, you sailed with Fisher Tiger? Oh, come on, tell me everything about him. Oh,
We're great friends.
what?
I was one of the few humans he actually would stand to stick around.
Oh, man, I'm so jealous.
And from what I understand, he crawled up the red line with his bare hands.
Yeah.
And attacked Maryjois all alone. Freed hundreds of slaves. Really stuck it to the world government.
There's not a single fishman who doesn't know that story.
And you want to know what happened after that?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Fisher Tiger died in an unknown sea. And the Marines captured 90% of the slaves that he freed.
Still 10%.
If we kill a bunch of the Celestial Dragons, there would be no more Celestial Dragons to take any slaves.
True.
There are hundreds of celestial dragons.
And we're gonna kill as many as we can.
You didn't have
we'll
a
kill them all.
sentient
Why
boat
not?
either.
We didn't have a what?
Well,
A sentient boat.
True.
Like the look on Eep's face right now is like he's kind of looking at the ground and he's like really sad at what he's hearing. It's like they just met this guy and he's like realizing how hard this guy has had it. And Eep does the only thing Eep knows how, because he's not very smart with words. He goes up behind Luffy and picks him up and gives him a hug. I don't know if Luffy's resisting that.
He goes, "Oh!" But as you pick him up and you hug him, he just kind of, "Hey, thanks, big guy." He reaches up a hand, grabs your shoulder, and flips up over your head and sits cross-legged on top of your head.
If he looks at Eep, this is the kind of expression Eep is making. I'm gonna put it in general.
Luffy just pats the top of Veep's head.
Point is, it's nice to have dreams. But dreams are crushed by strength. And that's the
why don't you
harsh...
just make us strong then?
Yeah, I'm just gonna ask this guy. What will convince you to come with us, if anything, in this world? Because I don't want to waste any more time here if you're not coming with us.
He looks at Salaki. His dark eyes seemingly piercing through you as his smile fades.
What do you want more than anything else in this whole world?
You say I want my friends back, I'm going to lose it.
Me?
Yeah.
If there's anything I want, it's to be the strongest. That's my only goal. Well, and also to be the best chef in the world, but...
The room seems to intensify in pressure.
Uh-oh.
Luffy's expression never changing, but a heavy weight seems to just settle over all of your shoulders. Becomes slightly harder to breathe.
And would you die for that dream?
Absolutely.
I want you to roll me a d20, add your charisma, and add your proficiency.
Wait, why is Salaki rolling when I was the one that said it? I'm confused.
Because he is asking Salaki this question.
Okay.
16.
He looks into your
Oh.
eyes
Not great.
for what feels like 5 minutes before he glances at Flint.
And you?
What do you want more than anything in this world?
What have I started?
I would say my dream, but I guess that's not really the truth. My brother to be alive?
He gives you a sad smile. I understand that. That'd be nice. He glances at Raging Bolt.
And you?
Not the same thing. I wish for my parents to be back together like I was as a child. And also for my experiments to be known across the land to better mankind.
The child of
And
the
you would die for that dream?
I would.
Alright. D20, add your proficiency because I know you don't have charisma.
Okay, so I'm rolling persuasion? Oh, you said D20.
Yeah, just go ahead and tick the box next to persuasion to automatically add your proficiency and roll that for me.
Okay.
And then untick it once you're done. 11. Okay.
Bro, same numbers last time.
He just gives a slow nod. He looks at Flint.
You looked like you wanted to say something.
Me? What do you mean?
Never mind. He glances down to Eep. What do you want, big guy?
I want to have a big family where when I die, people will cry at my funeral.
Dang.
Oh,
Well, you got at least one ape.
And Luffy gives a big grin.
You sound like old man Eddie.
Eddie?
Yeah.
These are for Edward.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if everyone other than Eep is also saying two things, I'm going to say two things as well. I also want my dream to come true. My dream to open the best bar in the entire world.
And would you die to accomplish that?
Yes.
Alright. D20, charisma, proficiency.
And
And
Alright. Eep,
my,
I want you to do the same thing. D20, charisma, proficiency.
I'm gonna say Eep's dream. My dream is to build ships for only people that are worthy. Charisma plus proficiency.
Yep.
can I use a luck point on mine? That's
Yeah, you
not...
can use luck.
Sorry, that's not plus proficiency.
Okay, we'll add 3 to that. That's plus proficiency.
Would I have been able to use my inspiration, or would that not have worked here?
23.
Golly,
It's a
Flynn!
D20, so yeah. That would,
If you would like to burn your inspiration on this roll, you may.
That was a hypothetical question from me from my previous rolls. Do I have to roll something again?
If you would like to roll that, like tick the box and roll persuasion, and burn your proficiency to do so.
Oh, like retroactively do it?
To gain advantage, yes, you can do that.
Okay,
Oh.
I don't know if it would change anything though.
You said
I'll
it gives
keep,
advantage. We don't have to keep the second roll.
I'll keep it. I won't use it yet.
Okay,
Look, if it gives advantage, then I would like to use mine.
go ahead.
21, baby. That's better.
Oh, nice.
Luffy just nods.
You all have wonderful dreams. You really do remind me a lot of my old crew. But
No.
you understand that if I wanted to, I could end your adventure right here.
Do it.
Why would you do that?
But you're a good person. You wouldn't do that.
Because strength rules these seas.
Listen,
wild.
Luffy. I'm ready to die at any point, alright? If you want to kill me right now, that just means I wasn't strong enough.
Okay. He hops down
Oh no.
off of the top of Veep's head.
Come on then.
Alright. Salaki cracks his fingers. Hey guys,
Luffy,
tell us that I went out fighting Luffy. This guy's pretty strong.
Luffy walks
guys.
past you and heads out of the cave.
I follow him.
You don't have to do this, Salaki.
Hey, I'm a fish of my word.
You step out into the blazing desert heat. The sun is now beginning to climb into the sky. As Luffy takes a few steps away from you, his back turned towards you as he just looks up into the sky. He turns, facing you, his hands held at his side. An almost blank expression on his face as he looks directly at you.
The new world is where dreams go to die. The world government has the strength to crush anyone they want. They have the strength to recapture any slaves that escape. And I will not put my family in danger. I finally found a place that I can be after losing my crew. And I'm not going to put them in danger. If they want to do this operation, whatever it's called, they're going to have to either do it without me or give up.
The wind blows, kicking up sand. Just staring you down, Salaki.
Man, maybe I should have packed a few more lunches. Maybe prepped a few more meals. It's whatever.
Salaki, if you die, just know we all loved you.
I don't know if any of you can cook, so...
We can't. I'm gonna miss your apple pie.
Man. Alright, Luffy, let's go.
Luffy cracks his neck, pops a few of his knuckles.
You first.
Alright. I would say I'm giving my all in this shot, but use a gun. So he whips out his gun. I point it at Luffy and I go, if any of these land by any miracle, I think I'd be happy with that. And I'm going to Ranger's Focus, unload with my Salaki shot.
Oh.
Nat 1, 20, 23, and a 21.
Why are we fighting this guy?
The bullets fly. Luffy's eyes suddenly light up with a red light, and he dodges all three. The desert explodes as he rockets towards you, fist pulled back. A big smile on his face.
Salaki does the same, grinning a toothy grin. Come at me, Luffy!
Fist of pain! It comes rocketing towards you. But you understand. Even now, something is weighing him down.
The pressure.
You dodge. As the fist goes right next to you. You can see the big grin still on his face as the sand, almost in slow motion, swirls around both of you from the impact of the hit. The smile is still on his face, though you swear you can see the glimmer of something underneath his hair. He lands and lifts up his foot in a massive axe kick. 26 to hit.
Yeah.
It crashes down, slamming onto your shoulder. Do what?
I was just making a noise.
Crashes down, slamming onto your shoulder. You're going to take 23 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
He pulls his fist back and tries to slam it into your stomach, but once again, you dodge. The desert behind you parts in a cone shape from the air pressure coming off of his fist. What would you like to do?
How close am I to him?
You're right next to him.
Okay. Well, Salaki is going to go ahead and burn a bunch of stamina to heal himself.
All right.
It's a bonus action for me, right?
Depends on what mastery level you're at. Oh, right.
Right.
You can bonus action heal yourself at a penalty.
What?
I believe so.
Okay, then I'm going to burn. Let's burn 4. No, let's burn 5. So
Okay.
slash R 5d8. Okay,
All right,
that's
you
20
heal
HP
yourself.
back from me. Do I also get the bonus?
What do you
Because
think
it
the
doesn't
bonus?
say. It just
You
says once
cannot-
per
you
turn
can-
when I heal a target.
Sure. You can spend an additional 10 stamina to buff yourself if you would like to.
Cool. I will be doing that.
All right.
That sucks.
All right. You get a +1 to all rolls.
Cool. I think I have an extra attack. I do. Okay. Then we are going to go ahead and... Well, he's right in front of me, ain't he?
Yep. Gun kata is active.
Who said I was using my gun? Great Wave Palm Strike!
All right. Roll the hit.
I'm not... I do have it. Eating Strike, baby! That's a 27 to hit.
That will hit. Roll damage.
Asian! You're like...
The palm strike slams against Luffy's shoulder, sending him tumbling through the sand. He gets up. He manages to right himself and grab onto the sand, sliding backwards. His eyes still shadowed by his hair, as he looks up at you, his eyes are glowing red.
I think. Hold up, one moment. I do. Okay. And for my movement, I'm just gonna Geppo up a bit.
All right. You kick off the air and find yourself hovering right there. Luffy just smiles. You got a lot of spirit, I'll give you that.
Solaki spirit, eh?
Hey, that's funny.
All my jokes are.
His eyes turn serious. And Luffy begins to glow. A golden light surrounding him. His eyes now a mix of red and gold as he begins to raise into the air, floating off the desert sand, which underneath him is starting to melt into glass. His hair waves around as he looks directly at you, Solaki. You're not strong enough.
I know.
And no dream that you will ever have will ever make up for that.
Dang.
Been nice knowing you guys.
Not yet.
Huh? I was just about to do a whole speech and everything.
You can. We're still upping the ante. Luffy is in front of you.
Oh, hi.
He rears his hand back. Blasts of red and black hockey exploding off of his darkening fist. And he thrusts it forward. Fist of the Guardian! I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh.
That's not good for me.
Solaki,
Yeah.
I need you in this moment to roll a D100.
What?
Come on. 76?
Something wells up inside you.
Yes! Yes! Yes!
You now have a special reaction. Allow me to read this off for you. As the fist of absolute death comes roaring towards you, splitting the air as it is about to collide directly with your chest. Would you like to use your reaction, Clash of Conquerors challenging the mighty?
Come at me, Luffy. And I burst out my Conqueror's hockey, baby!
I need you to make an attack roll, either with one of your guns, with one of your weapons, fishman karate, whatever it is.
Solaki shot, baby. 22!
All right. Go ahead and roll damage. Just roll damage for now.
That is 22.
All right. 22 points of damage. As Luffy's fist, you pull out your gun. What color is your Conqueror's hockey?
Deep ocean blue, baby.
You pull out your gun, a wave of deep ocean blue emitting out of the barrel. As you slam it down, that crazy grin never leaving your face. You pull the trigger. The bullet flies forward, crackling with black and blue lightning, as Luffy thrusts his fist forward and collides with it. Flint, Eep, and Raging Bolt, please make me dexterity saving throws as a calamitous explosion of black, red, and blue lightning explodes from the collision of Salaki's shot and Luffy's fist, blasting the ground into sand, ripping the air to pieces, immediately causing a crater and a shockwave, followed by a loud popping sound, and then Luffy's eyes kind of harden, seeing his fist be temporarily stopped by your bullet. It's not enough. It'll never be enough! A beam of black and red destruction rips through your bullet, slams into your chest, and completely engulfs Salaki-Same. Fist of the Guardian! The clouds part, splitting and erupting as the desert trembles from the absolute power that erupts from Monkey D. Luffy. Salaki-Same.
Yep.
I have two things for you. Firstly, you're going to take 167 points of force damage.
Oh no. A healer is the one that got destroyed.
Side note,
That's
hey
not
gents, I made it.
Hey, Joe. We'll get
Wow.
to you in a minute. You take 167 points of force damage. But Justin,
Hello.
in this moment, Salaki-Same has never felt more alive. The strength, the power that is being demonstrated at this insane level is exhilarating. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
11!
As you go tumbling through the air, your body slams onto the gravel and sand of the crushed plateau. You bounce, slam onto the ground, and continue sliding. Luffy, the glow around his body, slowly fading away as he lands back onto the ground, his eyes shadowed by his hair. I told you, you're never going to succeed. It doesn't matter how powerful your dream is. It doesn't matter how committed you are. Ultimately, he holds up his crackling fist. Strength is what... Salaki,
Same.
you have 1 hit point.
And he slowly gets to his feet.
Luffy's eyes go wide.
That shot he had. I guess that training with Mary really helped.
Luffy is slammed with memories. The time that Radagon Shrike crossed swords with Kuina. Her
Kuina?
pushing back with every fiber of strength. The time they found the young orphaned boy with more power than he knew what to do with, Enel, and raised him as one of their own. To see the young man that he eventually grew into. Thinking back when they recruited Iceberg after their ship was torn in two, and he managed to miraculously repair it. Luffy thinking back to Ace, standing in front of an army of machines created by Liber Maximus. Flames swirling off of him as he just looks back, that smile on his face. Well, Luffy, looks like this is it. Let's make him remember us. Zeppo dashing through
Zeppo?
in his ridiculous getup and his sunglasses, kicking machines to death one after the other. In the last moments of the crew, Nami and Nojiko standing back to back, refusing to give up. Tears begin to stream down Luffy's face. No. You don't. Clenches his teeth, lowering his head, and falls down to his knees. Tears running down his face and dripping into the sand below. He leans over, his hands into fists, places them on the desert floor, and just starts to sob. Raging Bolt, you are the only one standing as Eep has been knocked over by the blast, and Flint is currently groaning after being flung into the stone mountain behind him. You see the scene of Monkey D. Luffy kneeling over, sobbing his eyes out, as Salaki stands after having survived, quite frankly, an impossibly powerful strike. Luffy just slowly wipes his eyes, and looks up to you, Salaki. You can't. Dreams aren't enough. They can't be. They can't be enough.
Well, that's so much blood. Well, the good thing about dreams is that the ones who really care for their dreams will do anything to make them a reality, regardless of if it kills them or not. No one just falls into positions they want. Everyone has a dream. And it's up to you if you want to achieve that. And I am going to be the strongest fishman in the entire world. And nobody is going to stop me.
In Luffy's eyes, he sees the back of Kuina, who just looks over her shoulder and gives him a cheeky smile. I'm not giving up, and I'm not telling him no. I'm challenging him right now. This is what it was all for. He sees Ace's smile, the words echoing. Let's make them remember us. One after the other. They died for their dreams. They knew what the risk was. What was it you said? If you're fighting for someone else, then it's okay to die.
As long as you know, that was always in the cards, huh?
I think the best and greatest form of bravery is to sacrifice your own life.
Luffy stands and walks past you. Walks into the cave. Past you, Flint, and Raging Bolt, and Eep, who's still getting up. He steps up towards the chest that is still in his room, in his small little cave room. He gently leans down, grabs the lid, and opens it. Inside is a bag of berry, an old dusty log pose, and an old dusty straw hat. He picks it up by the brim, lifts it up to his head, places it there, and just kind of smashes it down in place using his palm. Turns and looks over his shoulder towards you all. I suppose I need to dream a little more, huh? Looks towards all of you. You said the king wants me, yeah?
Yeah. I'm gonna heal myself. I remembered I can do that.
Do you not have a dream that you would die for, Luffy?
You know, I realized at some point that an adventure without my crew, there was no point to it. But now I carry their hopes with me, don't I? I'm all that's left of the Straw Hat Pirates. And I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't do my darndest to shake this world to its very foundation. I love Alabasta. I don't want anything bad to happen to my people. And he gives you a big Will of D smile. I guess that's up to fate, isn't it?
Flint is smiling while he's saying all of this.
Alright, I feel a bit better now. Gosh, Luffy, you can punch hard. Oh my gosh.
I can't believe you lived, Slocky.
He just
I
shrugged.
can't either.
That was about half.
Huh?
Well, I like you guys. I wasn't going to kill your fish, man.
But I was totally ready to die. Heck.
Luffy
He smiles and pats you on the shoulder. And that's the only reason I'm coming with you all.
Hey. Fine. Also, what was that thing I did? That was pretty crazy.
Yeah, we'll talk about it later.
Okay.
You need to promise me to use flames like you do. That was so cool.
Okay. I can try.
We aren't leaving the island until you can turn sand into glass. Glass? Glass? Glass?
You know what? Flint is gonna try and punch the sand and see if it'll turn into glass.
As your fist turns into flame and you punch the ground, Luffy, still smiling,
grabs the brim of his straw hat, and pulls it down over his eyes. You can see a small tear rolling down his cheek.
Aw.
I think it found a good
You
one.
know you have to stand the 3,090 degrees Fahrenheit. I would know. I'm a scientist.
Yeah, I take my hand back. Yeah, I guess my flames aren't really hot enough yet.
Luffy just gives a sly grin, makes a finger gun, and you see a ball of blinding white light appear at the tip.
Hey, that's
Nova
what I do.
Nova! Sun gun! A bright streak of pure white zips out of his fingers and immediately glasses about a foot radius section of sand.
Please train me.
Yeah, Flint, I don't think you can do that.
He blows the smoke off of his fingers. Come on. It's been a while since I've talked to Winder.
While we're walking with him, I say, I'll be your most loyal student.
He kind of pushes you away. Personal space. And
can nobody tell Oswald that I tried to kill myself? I feel like he would be very upset.
He left for a minute and this happened. I motioned to the massive pit they created.
Wait, I did that? I was a little too focused on not dying.
I thought if anyone, it was going to be Raging Bolt who got killed by him.
Hey.
I have self-restraint when needed. I know when I'm outmatched.
Well,
don't doubt.
That's a lie. You attacked the Yonko woman.
He did do that.
Glimpses and judgment are occasional. Such as with the scientific theory. Sometimes your hypothesis is wrong.
I refuse to believe that cat's a scientist.
Luffy just shakes his head.
You want to find out?
I pull out a vial of green liquid from nowhere and I squirt a little bit out.
Don't ask questions you don't want the answers to.
I really don't want the answers. I'll be so real with you.
All this thinking is making me hungry.
You want food? I got you.
He
we have to get
raises an eyebrow, looking at you kind of uncertainly. Are you sure? Are you sure you're ready?
I've cooked for an entire army before. It can't be that hard.
Luffy smiles. Bring it on.
You know what? I'm suddenly starting to question my decision. I'm actually more worried about this than I was fighting you. I don't know why, but
all right, we're going to go ahead and cut to the scene of when you all return to Alaberna. Oswald, you went off to check on how Lily was doing. You ran into the two guardians of Alabasta that you had met early, Koul and Goud, and they informed you that they had taken her to the river, kind of in the middle of Alabasta, and given her proper shade, and she was doing much better. And that's you, Joe. What you doing with that information?
Am I still in front of them, I guess, speaking with them?
Yeah, they just finished giving you the report.
Okay. Well, thank you for this. Well, if she's okay, I guess I should go see how the whole Guardian situation is coming along.
They kind of glance at each other. Koul just gives you a pitying smile.
Yeah, good luck. He's been in his feelings for 12 years.
Well, I do some therapy, so, you know, I could figure this out.
Goud kind of perks up. Oh, you do therapy?
Yeah,
Could you
kind of here
schedule
and there.
something?
It's not exactly
Koul
my
just
specialty.
smacks him on the back of his head.
We are not going to impose on the royal guests.
Well, while I am a guest, yeah, I am also, I'm a doctor. If you're a patient, you're a patient. Doesn't matter when.
Go just nods. Cole just shakes his head.
Anyways, we need to report back to the king.
Yeah, and I'm going to go make sure that my crew hasn't, been my crew and gotten themselves killed. So I guess I'm off to do
The
that.
palace is a little bit closer. Would you like us to take you there?
Sure, I'm sure they can fend for themselves for a moment.
Go nods his head. We'll take the express route.
Good.
And with that, two majestic tan and golden wings erupt from his back. His legs grow into mighty talons, grabs you and Cole in one of each talon, and you are flying back towards Alaberna, the capital of Alabasta.
This is quite a sweet view.
Yeah, the wind is whipping past you, ruffling your hair. Cole just shakes his head.
I hate heights, and I hate when he does this without saying anything.
The bird man, the hawk man just looks down, raises an eyebrow.
Keep yapping and I drop you. First, stupid bird brain.
Eventually, they return to the palace, right outside the entrance, drop you both off, and you walk inside to chaos. Salaki, I need you to make a cooking check.
Cooking check. I feel like I put this on my character sheet, but I didn't. So it's Dex proficiency.
Yes.
That is a 24.
All right, 24. I'm going to roll a d20 for the chefs of the palace. All right. Oswald, as you walk in, you hear what sounds like a battlefield in the palace. The clinking of metal on metal, reminiscent of swords on shields, roars of "Roar!" echoing through the halls. Your fight or flight immediately kicks in. Cole and Goad look slightly confused. What are you doing?
So I'm rushing in to see what the heck's going on.
All right, you run through the palace towards the sound of the commotion. The king sounds coming from the dining room. And as you run in, you see Monkey D. Luffy, Guardian of Alabasta, with a mountain of food about 10 feet tall in front of him, disappearing as if flying into a wood chipper. Plates are flying, metal utensils clacking together as Salaki dashes in with another cart full of food, and without even thinking about it, just dumps it on top of the pile, which is rapidly disappearing. The chefs are panicking, running around. What do we do? What do we do? One of them
Somebody get the meat, please!
Meat!
This is a taste plate!
As he's eating, he accidentally grabs one of the guards, who goes, "No!" Sorry, throws him away, and just continues to attack the pile of food. Oswald.
She ate this much physically!
Crazy. This is it. What?
I was expecting.
The king is over in the corner watching with disgusted fascination as the food mountain just slowly disappears. Finally, Luffy grabs one last leg of chicken and just literally sucks the meat off of it before throwing the bone away, patting his stomach, which you see starts to glow and expand before shrinking back down. He pats it, licks his lips. Oh man, it's been a while since I've had The palace food.
You know, I have studied medicine for many years, and this does not compute.
Salaki, you're fueling a literal son. I don't think he'll ever get full.
This is worse than what I thought him. This is so much worse. Please punch me again. Please.
Wait. You said punch me again?
That's all right. What's going on?
So, what exactly happened while I was gone for...
Nothing at all.
How many minutes was I gone for?
Nothing, right?
Luffy kind of glances up. Oswald, you notice he's now wearing the straw hat.
May I ask DM, how long was I gone for?
You were gone for about an hour.
Okay, so... Oh, a nice hat, by the way. That's nice.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It's my greatest treasure.
I would say so. Very nice in a place like this with all the sun. I'm getting distracted. On another note, I leave for an hour, and you're speaking of fighting this man?
I did.
Yeah.
It worked.
Shut your mouth, Luffy.
So you confirmed this, Luffy?
Yeah, of course. He was great.
Yeah, it worked, right?
Lucky, we are going to have a discussion later. Thank you for this.
No, I have to go rest. I've been cooking for like, I don't know, 30 minutes straight. There are like 20 people back here.
That is
Oh,
fair.
yeah, that was
Make
good.
sure you're fully rested so you're completely prepared for our conversation later.
Why don't you can destroy my
Anyhow.
frontal lobe and then heal it later?
You see the chefs of the palace just sprawled out as soon as they see Luffy's done. One of them raises a white flag and weakly waves it.
Luffy,
Luffy,
what time in the day do you think it is now after the walk there and the walk back?
It's probably around 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Mr. King, sir, I do believe your chefs deserve about a day or 8 off.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I agree with you there. Yeah, you guys take a vacation. Well, we got this.
The head chef just shakily gets up on his knee.
No, my king. We must serve the hungry. It is our sworn duty.
Go get some sleep, you moron.
The chef, all the wind taken out of his sails, just kind of hangs his head
Yes, my liege.
and stands up and sulks out of the room, followed by the rest of the kitchen staff.
Doctor's recommendation of 2 or 3 days rest at least.
Ah. So, Luffy,
we did it.
can you tell me exactly what was going on, Luffy? Please?
Luffy just gives a big grin. Well, some stuff happened. And now I'm better.
No, Luffy, I need details. You have been a sworn and stalwart guardian of Alabasta for 12 years at this point.
Luffy just blinks.
Has it been that long already? Holy crap, I have a beard!
Yes, you do. But what I'm asking is, what... You've been doing your duty so well, but why separate yourself from us like that?
Luffy, the smile never leaving his face, just leans back in the chair. You know, watching everything that you care about taken away in front of you will end any naive notions about the world. Let's just say I went a little bit too far in my thinking. But these guys, he says, closing his eyes and smiling, these guys are the real deal. And you know what? He leans forward, a serious look in his eye. I think
I think I'm going to make sure they make it where I failed.
He looks towards all of the members of the Lily Pirates currently present. Alicia and Gemini are kind of standing a little bit far away. I'm not letting you all step foot in the new world until you're ready.
Does that mean you'll train me?
I'll train all of you.
Yes!
Flint is smiling so hard right now.
And trust me, it's gonna suck.
You have done so much to me. At this point, I think I'm prepared.
Yay!
Oh, so you think you can handle a full force punch next time, huh?
Salaki crumples onto the ground.
He's in the Yamcha pose.
Isn't a trauma response or anything?
Well. Hey, Sandy.
Yeah?
When are we doing the whole... what is it? Salutation?
Operation Line Strike?
Yeah, that one.
Well, we were thinking about setting the ships to sail in about a week.
It's not going to be enough time to train you all. We'll start after the
Going to the new
operation.
world.
You could give us a little bit of training during this week.
Yeah.
Good. I'm not sure how much it'll help, though.
I just want to know what my cool thing was.
It's going to only be about half a week after all.
Could you teach Eat hockey? I feel like he needs to know that before we do this.
Yeah, he really does need hockey.
Oh, yeah, that'll probably take the week, though.
At least we have
Dang,
a week
we
to
learned
do
ours
that.
in like 3 days. He was garbage.
It was a week for you guys.
It was a week
Nah,
for us.
I learned mine in 3 days. Believe me. You can take Salaki's word for that. And Salaki doesn't lie. Salaki's known for his trust. He tells the truth all the time.
He really doesn't.
No, he does not.
Well,
Did I just refer to myself in the third person?
Regardless of what you all do here, my home is your home. Just don't wreck absolutely everything. Just keep the groundskeepers in mind, as well as staff.
He says, looking down at the ruined dining hall.
Don't be a Luffy.
Hey!
It's a very good analogy.
Luffy pouts.
As you should.
Anyways.
Would you like some assistance in cleaning this? I could help a little. This is my crew, after all. It's kind of their shenaniganery.
No,
Well,
the other one, the other one of you has the cleaning fruit. Not
Yeah.
you.
Hey, Sans, do you have one of those Dindin Mushi that can like take pictures?
Yeah, Vision Snail.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Oswald here has like 7 different personalities.
And he doesn't believe us.
He doesn't believe that they exist.
Yeah, they keep telling me about this, and I just, like, that just does not make sense to
There
me.
was a
Sure,
time-
I have some slightly odd lapses in my memory, but that is something I have to look into.
You do realize you're a doctor, right?
Yeah.
Have you never seen patients with multiple personality disorder? And your first time as a doctor.
You know, actually, that one never came up, oddly enough.
Oh, you must be a bad doctor.
There was a time where he turned into a spider and almost killed all
you
of
know,
us.
I read it in the books, and we had
All I hear is
about it.
excuses.
But I never saw it in my practicing days. You know, when I had a medical license.
What
You had a
does
medical
that
license?
Yeah, I had a medical license for a while. I was actually quite a successful doctor for some time.
Oh, that's
I
why
had
you
a
were
good
yapping about
practice.
getting it again.
Yeah, I would love to be able to do that again, but
Would you like
it's all
to
very
study
hard
with
to
the
do so.
Alabastan doctors?
You know, that would be wonderful.
We consider ourselves to be quite advanced in the fields of nutrition and astrology.
Those are some I haven't typically gone into. I mean, nutrition a little, of course. You need to know this for biology reasons, but astrology, no.
Well, of course, we do have a library full of. You know what? Let me just take you to the library.
Sure. You know
Anyone
what?
else?
Yay!
You know what, gentlemen? If you need me, I will be in the library this whole week. I wish to learn.
Luffy fell asleep upon hearing the word book.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right. Well, follow me then.
Absolutely.
To the bookstore or the book place. To the books.
Flint is waiting for it to hit 5 o'clock on the dot, and then he's gonna bring a drink to the king.
Amazing.
As you guys are walking through the hall, Eep, you hear a tiny, excited gasp. Eep!
Is Iffy?
It's Fifi, yeah.
Fifi.
She comes running up to you and jumps up onto your leg and gives it a big hug.
Hi. He smiles down at her and like nods towards well, I guess Luffy's not here. He just says, "We got him."
You did? Where is
We
he?
did it.
I want to go talk to him.
He's in the dining room, sorry.
You okay?
He's in the dining room still, right?
Yes, he is.
I nudge her that way. You should go see him.
She just gives a big smile and then notices her dad and gives a quick little bow. He just shakes his head.
No. Incorrect.
She rolls her eyes and walks over and gives him a hug.
Aww.
He gives her a big hug before ushering her off back to the dining room.
Now, Fifi,
She takes a look back.
do not let him have any more food. I'm cutting him off.
Please! Please don't! If he gets hungry
looks
again, I
like-
think all of Alabaster will starve.
She looks like she's about to walk into war as her face steels with determination.
Of course, father.
You know what must be done.
Luffy, you want a food eating competition?
He's back in the dining. Oh, are you in the dining room still?
I'm where the food's at, obviously.
You say the word food, and the snot bubble in Luffy's just pops, and he looks up. Food?
Yeah. I bet a million Barry I can eat more than you.
I can't even count that high. Let's do it.
Where are all the chefs?
Salaki's chest tightens.
Wait a second. Where'd all the chefs go?
Don't worry. I'll just eat the people.
Before you can, before Luffy can respond to that, Fifi walks in and takes one look at Luffy, and you see tears start to form in the corner of her eyes. She bites her bottom lip to stop from sobbing out, just runs over and hugs
Aww.
him. His eyebrows kind of shoot up in surprise before giving a kind smile.
Hello, Fifi. Sorry I kept you waiting for so long.
She just looks up, anger in her expression.
Why did you leave us?
Just runs a hand through her hair.
I was hurt, Fifi. But those nice pirates back there showed me that, or rather reminded me, that sometimes dreams can make miracles happen. What do you mean?
He kind of pouts.
A fishman was supposed to not live. Well, not live, but definitely
He wasn't supposed to stand up. He was like waving his hands around. He just giggles. Raging Bolt, you feel slightly awkward.
I look at the ground and kick my paws, my arms behind my back, clasped like I am a typical anime girl that's nervous.
Fifi.
My wife just said, "Wow."
Fifi notices you and parts from Luffy, walks over to you and gives you a bow.
Thank you for bringing Luffy back. I don't know how to repay you.
Say nothing.
Who is she saying this to?
She's saying this to Raging Bolt.
Oh no!
I missed it. I was distracted.
Well done.
My wife distracted me.
I understand. Thankfully, I have mine on Stardew Valley right now. She said she just walked up to you, gave you a bow, and said, "Thank you for bringing Luffy back to us. Not sure how to repay you."
You're welcome. You could give me pets.
Her eyes start to sparkle.
I would be honored.
Oh no, I can't. I'm sorry. I had a lapse in judgment. I could never let someone.
And then she just starts to pat me anyway.
Yep. She pets you anyways. And the royal scritches are royal.
She learned how to do this in home ec classes.
I'm embarrassed.
Well,
and then I run away.
Alabasta has a lot of cats. Alright, Luffy just smiled. I think you're going to get along just fine here. You notice there's a little bit of meat still left on a bone and starts nibbling at it. Meanwhile, King Sandswinder brings you guys to the Royal Library, opens up the door. You're greeted by an elderly lady who gives you a nod, her eyes glimmering behind her glasses, which are clipped with small beaded metal links to around the back of her neck.
Oh dear, Mr. or Your Highness, are these the esteemed guests?
Yes, indeed. This is the majority of them. Please allow them to have free reign to read as much as they would like, except for section 14.
Understood.
Oh, we gotta see section 14.
Yeah, you can't just say not that we're not allowed to go to section 14 and then expect us to not go to section 14.
Your funeral.
Wait, are there like deadly books in there?
Probably.
What?
If we read them, we'll die?
Probably, yeah.
Libraries are scary, I'm leaving.
Yeah, no, I'm out. I'm out. Books are terrifying.
Oswald, Flint and Salaki just rush past you out of the library.
Eep follows Oswald.
You're staying in the library?
Yep.
Alright.
But you're staying in the library?
Yeah.
I find section 14 as fast as possible.
You weren't here for that.
Where?
Darn it! I was in the dining room still.
Yep. Alright, Flint and Salaki. You guys go traipsing through the castle. Where do you have a specific location in mind, or are you just going?
Oh, Flynn.
Yeah. Why are you making this awkward?
Watched the game last night.
There was a game? I think you and Luffy fighting was like a boxing event.
Oh, dude. Okay, let's talk about that fight for a moment. That guy is so strong. He could have killed me in a single hit.
I think he did. I think you just got really lucky.
People die when they're killed. I'm not dead.
He makes a good point. Can't argue with that.
Never mind. Actually, I'm gonna go call Cuddy Flam. Try not to break
Oh,
anything.
guys, I have a really good question to ask you and well, Cuddy specifically because I trust him with me.
I can put it on speaker, I guess.
Oh yeah. Go.
Okay, I'm gonna dial Cuddy.
I've been on the phone before.
What's up?
Hey, Cuddy Flam.
Sup, Flint?
Me and Salaki had 2 different questions.
Oh,
Salaki,
boy.
you go first.
Okay. So, okay, my name is Salaki. Can this thing hear me? Can it...
Just talk normally, Salaki. I can hear you. You're fine.
Oh, okay.
You're like a grandma.
Hello?
No,
Cuddy?
talk normally.
This is how I always talk.
No.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I am a robot.
Yeah.
Can you make me cooler?
I mean, maybe. I'd probably have to get Raging Bolt to help me, though.
Man.
Is that
so
it?
close. Yeah.
You don't want to
I was
ask him
just
for
asking
like
if he
a
could do anything
gun?
with cyborgs. Well, I mean, I don't. I mean, unless you could make a gun that's like really cool. I basically have infinite guns now. I have like all of the guns.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, never mind. Cuddy Flam, do you think you could make one of those things that you made for me for Alicia? So we could make the ship twice as fast?
Oh, wind power!
Yeah, or we could like combine the wind and flame.
Oh, interesting.
Oh,
Fanning the flames.
Yeah.
Fanning the flame. Or 2 separate ones. But would that be
I'll
possible?
think about it. I'll figure it out. It's gonna take a while, probably another month or so.
We leave in a week. Do you think you could get it ready in a week? I could
You're trying to kill me, aren't you?
I could ask Raging Bolt to help you. I'm not very smart, but maybe
Even with him helping, it would still minimum. Look, I'll see what I can do in the time that I have. Okay.
I could kidnap some scientists too.
Oh, true. I'd help.
You're not a scientist.
No, I'll kidnap. Help
Oh,
kidnap
yeah,
him.
he could help me kidnap some scientists for this.
Okay. Yeah. Look, I'll see what I can do in the time that I'm given. No promises, though.
Okay.
Who is that? Hey, give it back. Hello.
Zam,
How are you all?
Don't touch the fate piece. I'm hanging up now.
No, you've given them the idea.
You have the.
Oh yeah, we do have the fate piece.
No, Lily has it. I'm gonna call back.
Oh, Lily had it?
Yeah, Lily had it. I'm gonna call back.
Okay.
Gotcha. That was rude.
Give it to Lily. Give the phone to Lily.
You see the snail go from Zamzam's wrinkled old kisser to the innocent-looking form of Lily with the marine hat on, beaming at you.
Hey, Lily, I just realized something. You have the fate piece. Can you hide it really deep in the ship where no one can ever find it? Only you can if we ever need it.
Her eyes kind of squint together and her tongue sticks out a little bit as she concentrates. And then she smiles at you again.
It's done.
Thank you.
Man, that
You're
boat's so cool.
Okay, well that was all. Goodbye.
You're the best, Lily.
Be safe.
What he said.
I'll try.
Gotcha.
So what now?
I don't know. You wanna go like oh, we should go and ask those animal guys about those funny clouds.
We should.
All right, and you just bolt off to go find Kogul and go. Meanwhile, Oswald and Eep. Oswald, you settle down in the medicinal section of the library, and Eep. The medicinal section is kind of on the second floor. The library is built in kind of like an octagonal shape, with a balcony ringing the whole thing, and kind of going deeper into the in kind of like a little cubby in the wall, towards the on the opposite side of the entrance. The medicinal section is on the second floor, in which Oswald is, and Eep, you are just standing on the first floor, railing, seeing what he's doing.
So he's just basically reading it all.
I believe so, unless Joa, you would like to be doing something different.
No, this is kind of Oswald's happy place.
Okay.
He picks up a random book and sits down with it.
I'm assuming it's on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you pick up a tiny book, sit down on the ground.
And he tries very, very hard to try to figure out how to read. He doesn't want to tell anyone.
Straight up intelligence check, please.
That's intelligence. Oh, he's...
No way.
Smart boy!
You recognize the letters E, P, I, and A.
Wait, so I got E, P, I, and A. I can almost spell my name.
You can spell your name.
And you know why?
Your name is Eep!
Your name isn't Eepy in the real game. Why?
The intelligence score is representative of the player.
It really is.
I have a worse intelligence than you. What? Oh gosh, Salaki's stupid.
Salaki can't read his own cookbooks.
Salaki was taught how to read. It was not easy, but he does know how to read. Eep was not given such a luxury, unfortunately.
I can read things at a first grade level.
Once he figures out that he can understand these words, he forgets how big he is and starts doing a little jump up and down in excitement.
You hear the librarian go, shh.
Be quiet. People are reading.
Sorry.
It's okay. Just tone it down.
And like
Can I help you with anything?
What did she say?
Can I help you with anything?
No, and he hides the book behind his back.
She just kind of chuckles to herself and goes back to writing in a little ledger.
He sits back down on the floor. And with his newfound knowledge, he doesn't really understand what most of anything is used for. So into the ground, he carves with his nail Eep.
Oh dear. Pardon me, large fellow. Could you please not carve into the wood of the ground? If you would like something to write on, I can help you.
He looks at her very expectingly. With big eyes.
Oh, okay.
She reaches under her desk and pulls out a pencil that is very large for her and kind of small for you, but definitely better than a normal pencil would be. And not a pencil, but like a piece of chalk. And she gestures over to a wood-lined green piece of it's a chalkboard. And she hands the chalk to you.
You can write on that over there on the board, the chalkboard. If you need to erase anything, I believe your fur will do. Just simply rub it off.
And Eep begins to start writing Eep, Eep, Eep over and over again on the chalkboard.
Oswald, you are seeing all of this from the second floor.
I just kind of smile slightly and kind of turn around and go back to my books.
Okay. All right. So, is there anything else that you would all like to try and accomplish during the rest of this day?
I know.
Oh, right. Flint and Salaki are going to go ask about Awakening.
Also, at 5 p.m., I am running to the king with a drink in hand.
Right. All right. So it's about 12:30, 1 o'clock at this point in the afternoon. You find Ko'ul and Go'ud in the training grounds, kind of overseeing the training of a group of Revolutionary Army members. They're just sitting there with their arms crossed, carefully watching their form.
I think they're about ready. Not yet. There's still a few of them that aren't really putting their hearts into it.
Should we just walk up to them?
Salaki is already in front of them.
Oh.
Hello!
Hello, can we help you?
My name's Salaki Same.
Oh.
And I'm a shark.
What are those clouds? What are they?
No, it's an awakening flint.
Yeah, that's what you said. What does that mean?
They're stronger, I think.
Okay. Take 5, gentlemen!
They all seem to collapse, and you realize that they're wearing some kind of bands on their arms and legs that they all start sluggishly taking off and releasing, and knocking up entire dust clouds as what you now realize are weighted bracelets.
I read a comic book about this before. They're like Guko. It's a really cool character.
Oh, no, I know about Guko.
Yeah.
Go'ud, his eyes widen. You know about Guko.
Yeah, Guko. The Saiyan.
It's real Block S.
Yeah.
Never heard of Naruto?
Go'ud just pinches the bridge of his nose.
I'm surrounded by fools. What did you want? You wanted to know
How
about
did you awaken? Yeah. Ow.
What is an awakening? I awaken?
So,
Go'uld steps back and kind of holds his hands by his sides, clenches them into fists, and suddenly expands as he transforms into his half-human, half-jackal hybrid form. But you notice that the cloud is not there.
What?
He seems to be much slimmer than what you saw in the palace the other day.
Where'd the cloud go?
this is the unawakened form. This is what I started with.
And he looks at Go'ud, who is just smiling excitedly, and just kind of nods. he puts his face in his paws.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, do it. When are you going to have the opportunity to do this again?
Do it. Do it.
Do it.
Do it. Do it.
All right. This is a hybrid form.
Wait.
It makes me significantly stronger and faster.
Should Raging Bolt be here for this? He's also a Zoan.
No.
Oh. I can go get him really quickly.
Nope.
Why?
You see Cole is starting to blush as he just kind of grimaces in embarrassment.
And this
Yeah.
is a complete transformation, and
He turns into a large jackal that is 5 feet tall to the tips of his ears. He's just shaking his head.
I can't believe I'm doing this.
Go'ud just nods.
Do it, do it, do it.
And this is to go even further beyond.
No way.
Yeah.
And he explodes into a blast of blue, cold energy that seems to wash over you. Golden lines now run through his fur as he has grown a full 2 feet taller than his previous hybrid form. He is much more muscular, and now there is a cloud of white and gold draped around his shoulders, going from one shoulder to the other.
Whoa.
That's so cool.
Man,
And
Zones are
this
cool.
is awakening.
He puts his head.
So
in
can
his-
you also only use that one? Like, do you have a timer now? Like, do you have a limit on how long you can use that?
Nope. I mean,
What?
it uses a lot of energy. So if I ever run out, I will just go back to my typical form. But typically, the fights are over before, you know.
I see.
So how do you do that? How do you awaken?
It's different for the different kinds of devil fruits. For Zoans, like me and Goud over there, you have to, in essence, embody exactly what the animal that you are transforming into means. The ferocity,
Bolt's never awakening.
the regality, whatever is associated with your animal. And Zoan fruits are particularly special because they actually have a consciousness of their own.
What?
There are two consciousnesses inside of Raging Bolt's body.
That would make
are.
a lot of sense.
And in mine, and in all Zoans. And especially the predators, like the jackal and the hawk.
And the
Can drastically-
Tyrannosaurus Rex.
What?
Allosaurus.
It's basically the same thing. Salaki doesn't know the difference.
Okay.
Salaki
Raging
literally
Bolt-
doesn't know the difference between dinosaurs.
Let's go ahead and clear something up right now. Raging Bolt, when he transforms, is slightly shorter than Eep.
I'm too big.
A Tyrannosaurus would be about 50% bigger than that.
Salaki sees a dinosaur. It's a T-Rex.
Understood. I just wanted to clear that up. For anybody who wanted a visual,
He knows
representation.
T-Rex, he knows Triceratops, and he knows Pteranodon.
So then, how do Paramecias and Logias awaken?
Yeah, because that's the ones we care about.
Paramecia powers have to push themselves to the very limit. Get creative with it. Learn as much as you can about the fruit. And
Stab
master
me.
it. Huh?
Stab me.
Don't ask him to stab you. Ask one of those revolutionaries to stab you.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I can't push myself to my limit. Oh, wait.
Here, let me
did I know
punch
what my
you.
devil fruit
Let me
is?
punch you real quick, and I'm gonna punch you.
Okay. I'm letting this happen, so.
My profession.
I'm gonna do that without fire.
Okay, you're punching him?
Yeah, I'm punching him. Without fire.
All right. Cole just goes, "What are you talking?"
No, I'm punching Salaki.
What are you doing?
Oh gosh, bro! I could have sworn to you if he used fire on that. I literally would have been knocked unconscious right now.
If you asked him to hit you, it would have been even worse.
I don't know. Okay.
Anyways,
Am I still healing myself?
Awakening is different for every fruit. You're going to see a drastic difference. For example, some Zoans simply become more powerful. More animalistic, whatever it may be. For me, because I awakened in Alabasta and was told about the secrets of the jackal fruit and its connections to our god Anubis, I awoke more powers. And that is pretty well the same with all Paramecia. Greater power than what you have. Greater uses, greater abilities, etc., etc.
I see.
Now, Logia. Nobody has ever successfully awakened a Logia.
Flint starts to frown.
After all, you are representative of a force of nature itself. How do you master that? How do you understand that?
So you have no idea how to awaken a Logia?
No, but I know of several Logia users, such as Charlotte Linlin, who have uncovered awakening-like powers with their Logia.
So like a pseudo-awakening.
Is she gonna
Somewhat.
Is she gonna be at the attack?
I'm not privy to those details at the moment. They're still hashing out exactly what forces are needed where.
If I see her, I'll ask her.
For example, she can absorb the moisture out of living creatures.
Sand can't do that.
Indeed, it can.
What?
Have you ever seen a drop of water?
Sand before?
Have you ever seen a drop of water drop down on the hot desert sand?
Yeah, it evaporates.
It is absorbed.
Dumb fish, man.
That's racist.
Raging Bolt is racist.
I'm a cat.
He's
I can be
also
racist.
not
They're
here.
Yeah, get out of my thoughts. I'd like to imagine anytime he says something, it's just like in Salaki's head.
What? Okay, well.
Alright, have I answered your questions now?
Yeah, I guess I'll figure it out myself or ask Linlin if I see her at the attack.
I wouldn't hold your breath. Awakening, like I said, has never been done for Logia. At least not in recorded history.
Can I give you 2 nicknames?
Why?
You're cool and you're good, okay?
From this guy too, huh?
Yeah. Do you think you could come to the dining room at 5 p.m.?
What?
I wanted to serve drinks to all the royal people. I thought it'd be cool.
Go just gives a nod.
You know, it wouldn't be bad for us to kick back and relax for a little bit.
See, he's a good guy. Good fits him.
Fine.
And you're really cool.
Oh.
See?
For the booze.
Well, thank you for the help. I'm gonna.
Yeah. I'm just gonna keep punching myself.
I'm gonna go to the dining room and prepare.
Alright.
Just punching himself.
Raging Bolt, what have you been doing? Just finding a nice corner?
I've been reading, and I found a pair of glasses that magically appeared.
Okay.
And they're perched upon my snout. And I've.
What are you
my
reading?
legs. Charles Dickens.
I don't think he exists.
Okay,
Yeah, I
fine. Chile Dawkins.
Okay. Raging Bolt. You are aware of the section that says "Do not enter" in it.
Oh no. Curiosity
Do it for
killed
the
the
vine.
cat! Curiosity
Do it for the
killed
vine.
cat!
Do it for the vine.
What would you like to do with this information?
I'm going towards the outlawed 14.
Yep. Section 14.
Excellent. I guess I'll need a stealth check.
Indeed, you can go ahead and have advantage on this because nobody's really paying attention to you.
Okie dokie.
One more.
Oh, I get it. Oh, I forgot.
Yeah,
My
you can have
bad.
advantage.
Yeah.
Okay, 16 then. Okay, yeah, that manages to tactfully sneak away from the librarian and Oswald, who is currently engrossed in his desert plants and how to turn them into healing salves book.
So Lucky won't forget that.
We're about to be one crewmate short.
You slink your way into the forbidden books section. And immediately, you can feel your hair kind of standing on end as you're looking around at these books. Many of them have dark covers. Some of them are bound in leathers of varying types. One looks suspiciously thin. Almost, humanoid?
Looks
What are they
humanoid
putting in the
now?
books here?
The leather does.
Oh, lovely.
Oh.
Yeah, there are a few tomes that are just blood red and crimson, and what would you like to do?
I'm eating.
He is certain scientist that shares my interests, perhaps, but maybe more grotesquely.
I open up the flesh one because I'm enamored in a gross kind of way.
All right, you open it up, and you see that the title of the book, How to Craft Flesh Golems.
Oh.
Sweet. I don't think my teammates will appreciate this, but I read it anyway.
All right, I'm gonna send you a link.
Oh wait, I had options of books to choose from. Oh no, and I could have got something cool, but I chose a weird one.
This one seems pretty cool.
Yeah.
You know, flesh golems? That sounds wrong.
That's
Do I have to
really
sacrifice
cool.
people?
What's cooler than a flesh golem?
Sacrifice world nobles. They have a lot of flesh.
True.
Don't worry. Oh shoot!
You sent me the wrong thing.
No, I didn't. I forgot that the Dungeon Master's Guide came out today.
Cool.
The 2024 version. Cool. Anyways, yeah, that's the first book that you find.
Okay. Looking at it now, it's not loading for some reason. Taking a while.
Hey, buddy.
Whoa, hey. Are you
Fourth shelf.
fourth shelf?
Blue book.
Can I do a perception check to see who's whispering at me?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. Let me minimize Discord. Perception. Right there.
Oof.
You don't see anybody around.
Of course I don't. I go to the fourth shelf. Leerily.
Blue book. Cobalt cover.
Blue's my favorite color. I grab it immediately.
All right, you do so. I need you to make a charisma saving throw.
Oh gosh.
What have you done?
Charisma, I have none.
Yo, it turns out we're getting a new crewmate. It's the book spirit.
As you
Oh,
grab
no.
the book, indeed, a wisp of black and blue energy erupts off of the pages and begins to swirl around your arm before thunk into your eyes and nose and mouth.
Oh no.
The smoke disappears.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yes. Living
no.
flesh.
No.
Oh, excellent.
Raging Bolt. Set your charisma modifier to your charisma score to 20, please.
Let's go.
I don't know if
do
that's
that.
a good thing.
That is not a good thing.
Hello, flesh thing.
Flesh thing.
Furry flesh thing, aren't you? I was expecting something a little bit more. I don't know, desert nomad.
Quinn, what are you doing inside of me?
I'm using you, obviously.
For what purposes? I will not be conformed to your decisions.
That's too late. I'm already inside.
Okay.
I consider trying to barf, but I don't think that'll do anything.
Well, considering that we're going to be roommates for a while, I think we should introduce ourselves.
You first. You invaded my body after all.
Fine. My name is Tatman Kut.
Bruh. Are you an Egyptian god?
Say,
Oh, no.
some would consider me that, yes.
Oh no.
I am Raging Bolt. And I hope we can have a synergetic relationship.
Something like that. So, are you gonna go eat some food or what? I've been stuck in that book for millennia.
Luckily for you, I love eating food.
Excellent. Let's go taste some wonderful, wonderful delicacies.
I go to the dining room.
All right.
Wait.
Oswald.
I
Yep.
ask him,
Why should I listen to you? Will you gain power and take over my body further?
Activate your hockey.
I do so. I don't know what it does.
You notice that it does not drain as much as you were expecting it to.
Let's
as you
get
activate your spirit weapons. Raging Bolt, your hockey point maximum has doubled.
What?
Who was in this book, bro?
I will help you stand at the top of the world.
In exchange for what exactly? My Fresby friend? Such as my own self?
Well, I want to see the world that I am going to conquer.
And how do you plan on doing that? It's stuck inside of me.
You feel a thump as something is in your eyes.
I'll just look through your eyes, obviously.
Will you control my actions next?
Not if you're a good kitty.
I didn't tell you I was a cat.
I'm literally inside your body.
I do know what cats are. You're in the desert.
I had a cat.
Yeah, I bet you named it Fluffy because you're so original.
Shut up.
It was definitely Fluffy.
New crew member required.
At the time it was revolutionary. They didn't have any fur.
Oh, I hate those kind. They always look at me judgingly. Well, they think they're better because they don't have fur or something.
Less yapping, more munching.
Considering you have benefited me so far, I suppose I'll feed you.
Yes.
I have an impending sense of doom from the way he said that.
Indeed, you do. Okay. So as you slip into the dining room, at this point it's about 5 o'clock.
Who was the guy that said not to go into Section 14? Was that the king?
It was.
All right. Well, I think because I'm not that stupid, I'm going to confess my sins to see if I can gain any information on what just entered into my body.
All right. You step into the dining room and it's quite lively at the moment. Flint, you are at one end of the table. You have been provided with utensils and the equipment you need to make pretty much whatever alcohol you want. They've introduced you to a couple of Alabasta specific brews, and Luffy excitedly comes over before. Blah. Never mind. And
You don't like it?
He doesn't like alcohol. I'm becoming an alcoholic. Give me the wine. Give me the wine.
Blast him.
I start downing it.
Salaki, do you want to make
horrible?
Do you want to make dinner to go with the drinks?
No.
Oh,
Dinner.
Don't say the D word around him.
Luffy slowly turns to you, a big smile on his face. Hey, Salaki, dinner.
Don't do this to me, please.
The king
other chefs have
leaps
left.
through the air. No! And karate chops the back of Luffy's head. Luffy falls forward. I'm cutting you off. You're having normal proportions tonight. But I'll die! You are literally the embodiment of the sun. You generate more energy.
Normal proportions. Slocky, come on.
Oh man, that's only like... Luffy starts counting on his fingers. Half the table! No! And he hits him on the head again.
Okay, I can do half the table. What you did was inhuman.
Slocky. I haven't eaten since lunch.
Okay.
Please?
Ugh. Fine.
Thank you.
Gosh,
All right,
I hate
Raging
this
Bolt.
crew. I should have died in the desert.
Raging Bolt, you step up to the king to get his attention. He turns towards you.
Ah, hello, friend. How can I help you?
Yeah, you just mentioned to Mr. Luffy over there how you're restricting his food.
Yeah. He literally ate so much that I had to give my chefs a time off.
Well, I think you're gonna have to bring him back. I kinda have this thing that talks to me inside of my head. It is hungry. I may have went into the restricted section of the library.
He gets a menacing look on his face as he steps towards you. Then he reaches out and grabs the tip of your ear and pulls you close.
Totmankut, I know you're in there.
No, you don't.
There's a very specific reason we don't let people back there. First of all, it's full of taboo subjects that the world government would definitely buster call this island for.
Oswald, you pass out.
Oh my god. Wait,
guys, we're fine.
He's in the library.
Luffy's here, we're fine.
Oh,
He's in the library.
I thought
He was not. But as soon as he says Buster Call, every member of the Lily Pirates flinch.
Why'd you say that
Solaki
word?
dives over the table. Don't say that!
What's happening?
What? You could have caused a giant spider clown to come out and start like, I'm the big spider clown and I'm gonna kill Alto. I'm gonna kill Alto and you and ruin your lives.
Do you have the Dindin Mushi camera thing?
What? Yeah, let me hear.
He hands you
Thank
the
you.
visual Denden Mushi.
Okay. If anyone says that around Oswald, everyone will die.
Like, so hard.
I understand.
I mean, actually, maybe Luffy's here, so we may be fine.
Oswald will die.
Luffy looks up, eating one of the tongs of the fork.
Yeah, Eve will probably explain it to you at another point.
I feel like we should probably do that
Is that what's
now.
on my name?
Yeah, Luffy. I'm gonna make you food in a bit. Shut up.
Yay, food! He starts hitting the table with the back of his fork.
Right.
Okay, Flint, you explain. I have to go feed the beast.
Well, right now I'm serving like normal drinks, but whenever he brings the food out, I'm gonna serve my specialty to everyone. But as I'm doing that, I'm explaining what happens when we say Buster Call to Eep, and I guess the king and everyone else who can hear.
With every word that comes out of your mouth, the king's eyes widen in horror.
Have you ever heard of something like that before?
Eep and
Yeah.
Sarah. Whenever Oswald hears the word Buster Call, according to what Flint is saying, he immediately goes catatonic, and when he wakes up, he is one of 4 personalities. And the 4th one is a nightmare made flesh.
I think we can weaponize it though, which is pretty cool. If we ever need to run away, we can just like set off a nuke. He's the nuke.
I'm kind of against that idea, Solaki says, bringing out plates. Because, like, Oz will definitely, like, be left behind.
Yeah, that's
I don't trust
true.
that big bozo thing to bring him back.
But if he kills everyone, we could clean up the mess and bring him back onto the ship.
Oswald, you're getting a little hungry.
But have you ever heard of something like that before, King?
No, this is the first that I've heard of such a drastic personality issue.
Please make sure you never say the word. If you say the word, okay, that is our equivalent of saying that's the equivalent of saying DINNER around LUFFY.
Just
Luffy looks up,
BC.
sensing a disturbance in the force.
I'm not talking about you.
Spell.
Jump cut to
Oswald.
smash cut to the library. You know, I don't think I've eaten since lunch or breakfast.
As you say that, you sneeze.
What? What? Why would I sneeze?
You're not sure.
Oh.
See,
Well,
problem is,
excuse me. I'll have to check into that. I don't think I'm cold. Ah, well. Well, I know where the dining hall is. I'll be off.
All right.
Oh, I will check out a few books, and I kind of just grab a few off the shelf.
All right. You head up to the library lady, whose name is Ivory, by the way,
Mm-hmm.
and she kindly checks you out a couple of books. All right.
Thank you,
Back
madam.
in.
I will attempt to seize back on time, but I am a kind of a vagabond, so you know.
Oh, don't worry about it. We have copies, master copies of the books.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
Now,
Well,
please enjoy yourself.
thank you. Thank you very much. All right. Food time.
All right.
And
As
he
you
kind of like
step
rolls
in,
his shoulders.
yeah, as you step into the dining room, you see Luffy inhaling a giant plate of food. Salaki sweating a little bit, and the king appears to be writing on a piece of paper lined with gold with a royal seal at the bottom. He looks extremely intense as he's doing so before dotting the last of the things he was writing, rolls it up, presses the seal down on it. And that should do it. A royal decree, never to say the words.
No, no.
Don't say it.
I need you to make a dexterity check, please.
Only him.
Everything is dexterity check.
Just a dexterity check. This is panic.
Only him, or can I
Okay.
also?
You can do one too.
17.
Oh, thank goodness, Flint.
Never to say the word bust. You tackle him out of the chair and slam down on the
Say it.
ground.
Don't say it.
Oswald, you blink, seeing the king be tackled by Flint.
Well, is there behind the bar? Are you gentlemen intoxicated? Do I need to break up a bar fight?
see,
You do not need to be here during this discussion.
I know that Eat probably would never say it, right? But the worms inside his head really want to.
Say it.
The worms.
Say it.
The worms.
Say it.
No, I don't think Eat
What's a
would. I think
buster call?
Wait, that's it. Isn't it?
But no, you guys have stressed so strongly that Eat shouldn't say it, so Eat will
Luffy-
respect that.
He is dumb,
Luffy
though.
is just continuing to stuff his face and kind of looks over to his right where Raging Bolt, you are stuffing your face just as much.
Wait, has Salaki brought out all the food?
I'm bringing out food consistently, constantly. They keep eating.
For some reason, Raging Bolt is just as insatiable as Luffy.
Oh.
Raging Bolt, in your head you hear, "Oh, ambrosia."
Okay.
The taste of salty, sweet umami, and oh, it's delicious. And the wetting of water on one's tongue. It's exquisite.
I don't know why, but I feel oddly complimented.
You need to chill out, or I'm not gonna eat anymore. This is a little weird.
No! Continue to consume.
Whenever Salaki brings out the food to the two royal whatevers and the king, that's when Flint is going to serve his specialty to everyone. And as a little bit of flair for his preparation, he's going to shoot a little bullet of fire over all of the glasses to light them on fire.
Luffy goes, "Hey, that was cool."
I was saying we do the same thing.
Hmm.
And I'm gonna serve them to everyone.
Okay.
Do you have room for one more?
As Nefertari Mimi steps into the dining hall with a graceful smile on her face.
You also want a drink?
One once in a while wouldn't hurt.
The king visibly relaxes.
I prepare it as quickly as possible.
All right, you do so. As you're doing so, right before you can light the top, Luffy just kind of smirks, shoots a beam of sunlight towards the ceiling, reflects it off of one of the chandeliers, and hits the top of the drink, igniting it.
That is so cool. And I serve it to her. I hope you like
All
it,
right.
King and Queen, and he does like a poor bow.
Yeah, you bow and have to reposition your feet, as it's not exactly what you're expecting, and you come back up. Your sunglasses at the end of your nose, and you have to push them back.
Oh, I call it the Saren.
She seems to take note of the way you said that.
I see. I'll enjoy it to the utmost.
Flint is just
And
smiling.
raises it.
To Alabasta, and our kind guests, and the guardian who has returned to us.
The king raises his glass.
Hear, hear.
Luffy just stuffs his face with more meat.
Flint does the same with one he made for himself. Here.
Salaki Same.
I made like an apple juice for Eep.
Yeah, let's go. He doesn't do.
All right.
Can I join in on this, gentlemen? Or is this a private sing?
Did you not give him?
I would have given one to him too.
Okay.
I was kind of just staring at it for a while because, just kind of saw the king get tackled and my mind was reeling for a moment.
Especially because his royal guards are like right there and not doing anything about it.
Either way, he pulls up a seat and joins in on the toast with something.
All right. The festivities continue into the evening. About 2 hours pass. Luffy, at some point, gets up on the table and starts dancing. The queen gently reaches up and grabs his ear and straight up judo flips him. And she just kind of...
No shoes on the table, Luffy.
Yes, ma'am. He's kind of shell-shocked on the ground, wondering how he got there. But as the evening continues, the king eventually ting 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 taps a fork against a glass.
All right, everyone. I have some unfortunate news. It seems that Operation Line Strike has been leaked. We're not sure how, we're not sure why. But some kind of especially cunning agent has slipped into the ranks of the Revolutionary Army and has been giving out information that, quite frankly, they should not have unless they were in the upper echelons.
That's not good.
This is greatly concerning, and we've decided to move the date of Operation Line Strike to 2 days from now.
2 days?
Yes. You have 2 days to prepare.
What happened to my training arc?
Exactly.
And after that, we'll have to be on our way. I understand that you are all looking forward to some time to both relax and prepare yourselves, but under these unfortunate circumstances, we had to bring everything up a little bit.
Oh well, that's fair enough and all.
You never told me what this thing inside me was exactly.
A leech, a parasite, a freeloader, and a jobless moron.
There's something inside of you?
That's extremely rude.
What did I miss?
Oh yeah. So I went to the library and opened a book And I'm pretty sure a
Weird.
dead guy went into my body through my nose and mouth with the mystical blue mist.
Books do kill people. I'm never reading another book again.
Yep, me neither. I'm out. Books were cool for a little bit, but
Okay, but wouldn't the world government assume that you would move the date up?
We're hoping to hit them hard and fast. And besides, it doesn't really matter if they have discovered Operation Line Strike. It probably means we won't be able to get our hands on any celestial dragons, but Sabaudi Archipelago is it's his own beast and will continue its operations regardless of an impending invasion.
Clint looks
And
to
besides,
Alicia if she's in the room and looks very disappointed.
You notice that she is looking down, not saying anything.
That
maybe we
said,
can find a stupid one.
it's entirely possible that they will completely ignore the orders of the world government and just do what they want anyways.
That sounds like a celestial dragon thing to do.
But it's not going to be as many as we were hoping or expecting. Now, Whitebeard and Lin have been wreaking havoc across both Paradise and the New World, using Whitebeard's pocket powers to transport himself and a sizable section of the Revolutionary Army to key locations to keep their hardest hitters away. However, we know at least Akatora is still available and will most likely be waiting for us at Sabaudi Archipelago, as well as several vice admirals.
Oh, this is serious.
You don't think that if any celestial dragons did want to go to Sabaody, they wouldn't just order all of the admirals to protect them?
Like I said, Whitebeard has been striking key strategic locations.
Yeah.
One such class of location is Shipyard.
What's that?
While Lin destroys battleships, Whitebeard has been attacking the shipyards that create them, slowly and permanently weakening the marine forces. The Marines have stationed Kuroshishi and Shirokuma at 2 of these key locations.
So we only have to worry about one.
There's still a lot to worry about.
And the God's Knights.
Oh, yeah.
It's most likely that the God's Knights will be protecting celestial dragons directly.
Oh, if that stupid bubble man comes out, I'm gonna give him a piece of my mind.
He almost squished me
All
to
right.
death.
I'm gonna squish him to death. See how he
That
likes
should be everything. I've also received word from Whitebeard that as soon as we get to Sabaudi, we will be receiving some assistance. So we can look forward to that.
We get to see... He's your friend now, Eve. He'll protect you, right? Or not
we'll
Eve,
see.
sorry. It's Lucky.
Yeah, I was about to say.
You made friends with him.
Whitebeard's coming?
It's possible.
Oh, then we're fine. The guy's
It
like really
depends.
strong.
There is a wild card in play here.
There it is.
You all are not the only pirates who have received bounties over 100 million during this last month.
Oh,
And I've received word
supernovas.
that indeed the supernovas are gathering on Sabaudi Archipelago.
Ooh.
So in
Sounds like
addition to the
friends.
Marine forces, the God's Knights will also be throwing the supernova in the mix as well.
Who are they? I haven't really been keeping up.
I see. Well,
He snaps his fingers, and an attendant brings over a stack of wanted posters. 1 second, please. The king shuffles through them and
just kind of so several of these individuals are worse than others in their crimes, and some of them even seem to align with a few of our let's call them their ideals are similar to ours. Now, the first of these supernova, and he shows you a picture of a man that you're all familiar with a hooded cloak, his dark eyes, blonde hair. It is Jumper Jackson.
Jackson.
For crimes of attacking multiple warlords of the sea, general piracy, the murder of civilians and marines, and the destruction of multiple marine bases, Jumper Jackson has been granted a bounty of 220 million berries.
Whoa! That's more than me.
My bounty's higher than him. What a loser.
He pulls out a second wanted poster. A woman wearing a bandana over her head, kind of like Zorro does, with red hair, spiky red hair sticking out the bottom, intense yellow eyes, and sharp teeth in a big grin.
Kristen Shea, known as Spitfire, for crimes of stealing from several kingdoms, inciting rebellion, and the destruction of government property, Spitfire Kristen Shea has been issued a bounty of 177 million berries. She's especially dangerous, though none of her crimes are particularly concerning towards the world government as much as some of yours are. She has eaten a particularly powerful and dangerous devil fruit. The nitro fruit. Not much is known about it aside from its explosive capabilities and abilities to enhance herself and others.
Bakugo.
Yeah. I mean, kinda, yeah. He pulls out another wanted poster, with extremely pale skin, soulless, dead-looking gray eyes, matted black hair, and a creepy smile with a long tongue lolling out, is a woman dressed in a long-sleeved robe with silver medallions, punched through a necklace around her neck.
Sables Fio, also known as the Corpse Queen, for crimes of desecration of sacred lands, stealing the corpses of embalmed monarchs, practice of necromancy, and obtaining forbidden knowledge. Corpse Queen Sables Fio has been issued a bounty of 216 million berries.
Wait, you can revive dead people?
With her devil fruit, she can do quite a bit.
What's her devil fruit?
The ghost fruit.
Oh, she's really cool.
Next, he pulls out a poster of a man with tan skin, squinting eyes, and a big smile. He's extremely round and has large scars all over his shirtless torso. He's holding two giant axes in each hand.
January Cole, also known as Kizuyama, for crimes of actively hunting down and destroying both marine and noble vessels en masse. January Cole, Kizuyama, has been issued a bounty of 160 million berries.
Man, they're all higher than me.
He holds out another wanted poster of a man, a blonde man with a blissful smile on his face.
Simply known as Marshall, aka Blissful, for crimes of following the extremely dangerous pirate Jaxar and demonstration of combat ability. Marshall has been issued a bounty of 103 million berries.
I'm more better than him, stupid.
And that finally brings us to the most dangerous of the supernova.
He pulls out a wanted poster. A man with a manic grin on his face. His skin torn open and replaced with cybernetic augments. Metal grafted onto his flesh all over. His eyes covered by robotic goggles with a giant X-shaped scar over his face where his eyes are. Gray skin with fire burning behind him.
Razor Hand Jaxar, for crimes of indiscriminate slaughter, exceptionally violent pillaging, desecration of sacred ground, and taking multiple royal families for ransom. Razorhand Jaxar has been issued a bounty of 340 million berries.
No.
And he puts that wanted poster down.
These are the pirates known as the Supernova.
And all of us, right?
Yes, Blitzkrieg Oswald Octavius, Riptide Seleki Same, Darkstorm Raging Bolt, Hotshot Flint, and Great Oak Eep. You are all considered to be supernova of this generation as well.
Man, we got like 4 of the spots. We're kind of crazy.
Goodness.
Hey, you never said yes or no last time. Are you okay with doing this? Attacking Sabaody?
Me?
Eep. You just joined us, so I wanted to make sure, Eep.
Well, where my friends are going.
There's a really different voice, Eep. What happened to you?
Eep, you suddenly became like...
really feminine.
A woman? The heck?
Where my friends are going.
Here we go.
Oh,
There's
there's
the D&D experience.
All right.
I'm not going through puberty. I'm sorry.
With all of this,
At 17.
allegedly. All right. So with that, I'm going to retire. I suggest all of you do the same.
Wait.
Get rest.
I have a very important question.
Yes?
What did you think of my drink?
Oh, it was delicious. Well done.
Flint is smiling as hard as he can. Thank you.
You're welcome. I hope to taste it again in the future.
He's just like blushing. His hair is starting to turn on to fire a little bit.
Even Mimi just nods her head gracefully with a gentle smile.
Very well done.
God, thank you.
I thought it was pretty good.
All right. Okay, so with that said, we're going to do a bit of a time skip here. This is not the time skip.
I know, but it's like time skip regardless. Time
Well,
skips are always cool.
After the dinner, then Flint would have called Cuddy Flam and asked him if he could try and get it done in 2 days.
You're really trying to kill me here, dude.
I'm sorry. Maybe I can ask the king if he has any extra scientists laying around.
No, look, it's just not going to happen. Like, construction alone is going to take 3 days minimum if I have, like, 8 hands on deck.
I guess you're just not that good of a scientist.
That's with the magical sentient ship.
You know, I bet Raging Bolt could have done it.
I'll kill you. I'll gut you. I'll take your spleen.
Maybe I should just ask him.
You know, the thing is... Whatever. I'll see what I can do.
Okay.
No way.
All right. He just goes,
All right, I'll see what I can do. Gotcha.
okay. So with that, we're going to go ahead and do a little bit of time skip. So Eep, for 2 days, you are with Luffy as he teaches you about strength of will.
Now, I want you to take that same willpower, that same feeling that you get when you think about your dream.
And he smiles kind of chuckling to himself.
I never thought I would say those words again.
Eeps smiles very big at him.
But those same feelings that you get there, you can use them to protect your friends
and beat up anybody who stands in your way.
He gets very, very like a determined look on his face. He like pumps his fist.
Luffy closes his eyes and lifts up his fist. As it is covered in a black coating that seems to reflect the sunlight.
Can Salaki also be here? Because I wanna see if I can learn anything from this.
Okay.
This is hockey. This is your will made reality. And I'm not gonna stop until you can do, well, this, I guess.
Oh my god.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Oh, by the way, check this out.
And Luffy walks over to your log.
Can I?
Yeah.
He grabs the log with one hand and lifts it up.
Oh my goodness.
Check this out.
His hockey covers the entire log.
What?
This is
log metal.
only for a little bit.
He retracts his hockey from the log.
All right, buddy. Let's get started.
And with that, you begin your 2-day extremely rough training with Luffy.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, you do not manage to... Actually, you know what? Give me just a straight-up charisma check.
No, I'm not very good at that. Oh.
Let's go! Let's go!
Oh wow! Nice.
Okay.
Eep.
All right, Eep, roll me a d4, please. Okay, cool. So I'm going to send you 2 hockey skills. During your time of training with Luffy, you find out that you have an incredible talent for observation hockey.
Wow.
Yep. Your talent in observation is almost as good as Oswald and Raging Bolt is in armament. Eep, as you close your eyes one day, you extend a feeling of touch that you didn't even know you had. And I'm going to send you 2 hockey skills. You do not, unfortunately, learn the secrets of armament hockey, but you do get these 2. And while you're reading over those, what would anybody else like to do during these 2 days?
I've just been watching Eep's training.
Okay.
What's the status on my electro sword?
Oh, well, because of the meddling of a certain flame man,
I'm sorry.
Cuddy Flame has been focused on trying to build the wind engine for Elysia.
I didn't know about this. Could he have worked on it himself?
No, I'm gonna say that he was trying to do all of the time designing the system.
No, Raging Bolt on it himself.
I mean, yeah, you finished the blueprint. You could attempt a tinker check.
Caleb.
Isn't this like his second one?
Caleb, would you like to attempt a tinker check to see if you could build the sword yourself?
That's fine with me.
All right. Keep in mind, Raging Bolt does not know how to use a sword.
Oh,
And you wouldn't be able to use it unless you're in your hybrid form.
that's so true. So why do they make a sword?
You also made the gun, remember?
No.
It's a gun.
So if you want to, you can use the 2 days in order to finish the blueprints for the gun.
Gun.
You don't know about it.
Okay. Electro gun or electro sword.
Lucky is very American Australian.
I don't have
guns are
abilities
cool.
to use either, unfortunately.
Okay,
I kind of
basically,
wish,
this
like,
is a question of Oswald or me.
yeah, I
Because if
kind of wish
Oswald
I
gets an
like.
electric sword, then he's like stupid strong now.
Well, did I have the option of making it whatever I wanted out of it, or did I make the decision to make it into a sword or a gun?
Well, both were suggested by Cuddy Flam. So if you wanted to work on a third design of your own, you can go ahead and start that, but you would not have it finished by the end of the 2 days.
That's fine. Screw my teammates. I'm building a set of what you would call gauntlets for fisticuffing.
How is it going to work with your full transformation?
So my T-Rex arms are pretty tiny, and that would be hilarious just to have electric gauntlets on my short little nubs. And they're about the same size, probably, for my normal hands. During the transformation wouldn't change the size of them too much.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d20, add your intelligence, and add your proficiency. See if
Intelligence and proficiency. Okay, so...
Can you just do an intelligence saving throw, but say he's proficient in it for the brief moment?
Yeah, you can. You can do that if you want to.
So
that's not
Oh
good.
no! Well, that doesn't do anything.
It's just a d20 though.
It's okay.
Even with all this stuff.
It's okay. Cuddy Flam also
matter.
rolled a 2 on his check.
What the heck? That's not okay.
The tech bros, unfortunately, are having a bad
so
couple of days.
stupid.
You're stupid. You can't read.
The first time he rolled that, he also rolled poorly.
Okay. Joa, is Oswald doing anything?
Yeah, probably just spending like the first day generally checking out his crew medically as best he can.
Yeah, you have a nice calming session with Alicia, who actually seeks you out.
Oh, okay.
And,
we can roleplay that in a minute if you'd like to, but
nah, it's okay. I wanted to get into the action real quick, but
okay. Then after that,
you notice that she seems to take comfort in your presence.
Well, that's good.
She seems to greatly appreciate what you did for her on Zephyr Isle, and everything since. You do notice one day as you're walking through, trying to check on everybody, Gemini joining Ko'ul in a bout of training. You watch for a little bit, curious, as she is knocked down again and again and again, throwing herself at Ko'ul, trying different approaches, but every single time, he's not even in his awakened form yet, he's just in jackal form, but still managing to beat her again and again, until finally she slams the tip of her mace down onto the ground with a aggravated huff, standing up, just looking at her fist, muttering to herself. Ko'ul kind of tilts his head to the side, walks up to her, and says something to her. You can't quite make it out from this distance. She seems to perk up and start slowly nodding. And I'm going to roll a quick training check for Gemini as well.
Oh.
5. He's starting to get something, but it's not quite there yet.
Yeah.
All right. And with that...
Wait. Is Luffy using his devil fruit at all while he's training Eep?
Who? Luffy?
Luffy. Is he using his devil fruit at all?
He makes a little bit of time during breaks to show you some stuff.
Oh, I was just going to watch him.
Okay. No, he doesn't use it while training Eep.
Oh. Well then, yeah. If he's taking time,
Yeah, he can make some time. He can make some time to show you what it looks like when he uses his devil fruit, and very quickly you realize that fire and sun flame are two very different things.
so I can't
Whereas
get.
your fire deals fire damage, his sunbeam does radiant damage.
Can I not get anything on the training with him, like devil fruit wise?
Do you have any training points left?
No.
Okay.
So no.
Roll just a straight up d20.
There's no way.
Unfortunately,
Wait,
no.
Can I use luck on that?
Sure.
Okay. 10.
Okay. No, unfortunately, it
What?
seems like
I have 2 luck
his devil
points.
fruit. Huh?
I have 2 luck points?
No, you can't use luck on a roll twice.
Okay.
Sorry. All right. Is that going to be all from everyone?
Salaki was just watching the training, and I guess since he has nothing better to do, he's going around the revolutionary camp, just healing as many people as he can, because that's all he can do to train, really.
Also,
Okay, Justin, what is your mastery currently at?
I'm at mastery level 9.
Okay. It seems like you're reaching the limit of your devil fruit. The more you heal, you even buff a couple of them during their training, the more you're starting to realize the limitations of your fruit. It's really starting to frustrate you because you can't seem to break through them no matter how creatively you try and use your abilities.
Salaki is frustrated.
Gemini just kind of huffs.
Yeah, join the crew.
I can't even punch a Logia user.
You can try and punch me if you want to.
It
This
won't
next
work.
day.
It'll hurt. Because you're made of fire.
Yeah, that's true.
If you punch fire, it hurts.
I'm sorry.
Actually, maybe I
Gemini.
can. I don't know. My cool new hockey ability, which Luffy won't tell me anything about, is maybe good.
Ever since you fought with Luffy, you have never felt it since. Try as you might to recall that feeling, it's just not coming.
I don't know. Maybe it was a fluke or a one-time thing. I don't know. Do I even know what Conqueror's Hockey is?
I'd say you've probably heard it in passing from your time with the at Melanie, but
yeah,
you don't really have a good grasp on what it is.
I probably don't even like. I've definitely heard of it. I don't know what it is.
Right. Now, as you're saying all of this, Gemini just glances at you and looks at Flint.
You know, I feel like I'm falling further and further behind you guys. I feel like being less useful.
You're like the strongest one on the crew.
What? No.
I mean,
that's
physically.
definitely Alicia.
Physically. With your hockey, you're really good at hockey. You're the best
Well,
one.
maybe Oswald is the strongest.
Well, he turns into the spider.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, I guess he technically is, isn't he? Yeah,
I've
well,
barely seen him fight, so I wouldn't really know.
I found something interesting. Cole told me about it. Check this out.
And she kind of screws her eyes in concentration as she holds her mace out in front of her and kind of grits her teeth. And you can kind of see a slow covering of hockey over the mace as she begins to sweat. And
But
then
you learned how to do imbuement? What?
The hockey begins to recede. Shut up, shut up, shut up. And goes back to covering the weapon once you're quiet. And then small flames begin to appear around the mace before and the hockey fades.
Wow, that sucks.
The heck was that?
Well, hockey can manifest one's will, yeah?
Yeah.
If my will burns hot enough, Cole told me that I can manifest fire from my weapons.
One's clapping.
Wait, you're saying we can all do this if we get good enough?
It takes special training and a lot of effort. You'd probably have to be willing to give up your, what was it, awakening?
And Salaki gets eerily quiet and goes, no, I have to awaken. I have to. At this point, I literally don't see any other way I can progress my devil fruit.
Alright. And with this conversation, we're going to go ahead and skip to the end of the second day. The fleets of the Revolutionary Army lined up in the port of Alabasta, several kilometers away from Alaberna. You all arrive and are dispatched to a ship. The king, wearing regal blue robes and a crown on his head. You can see battle armor underneath the dark blue robe.
Well, it's been an honor having you all here at Alaberna. Alabasta thanks you for what you've done, bringing back our guardian. Thank you all so much. Now, it's time for Operation Line Strike. Are you all ready?
I mean, we could be more ready, but...
Yeah, we definitely need more time.
Not like we have a choice.
Well, if you're as ready as you can be, let's be on our way.
You could go, desu.
Luffy just smiles.
This is going to be interesting.
And he raises up into the air, the corona of golden light surrounding him, lighting up the evening. And he sends beams of white light to each one of the ships, bathing the engine on the back. With the light-sensitive cell receptors, you can hear paddles begin to turn.
All right, let's board.
The king and his entourage boards onto
Lily?
the second. You guys can board onto Lily, who is looking much better, thanks to all of your relief. The boulder is standing there, and you notice he's a little bit scuffed up, actually. Cutty Flame is waving at you guys as you all board onto the Lily of the Valley. Lily, like a tiny fussy mother, walks over to each of you and pats you up and down, making sure that everything is okay.
What happened
The boulder,
to Boulder?
Cutty Flame kind of points at him.
Apparently, there are these things called Sandora dragons. Boulder held off a bunch of them.
Nice, Boulder. Flint holds out his hand for a I've forgotten the name, never mind.
Fist bump.
Fist bump, that's the one.
Okay. Yeah, the boulder gives you a fist bump and then signs the words Guardian and Ship. And points to himself.
I understand.
Alright, and with that, the Lily of the Valley joins the massive entourage of Alabastan ships sailing to the calm belt. You notice the ship at the lead apparently has an individual with a Vivre card that's leading them to a location in the calm belt as to not get lost on the journey in the craziness of the Grand Line. Upon reaching the calm belt, the engines fire up, The paddles puffing and puffing as they are fed energy by the solar generators. Luffy standing strong on the tallest of the masts and sending beams of light down to all of them. Nefertari Mimi steps to the bow of the royal vessel and raises one of her hands.
Gag order.
And with that, all sound simply stops. Not a vibration passes through the air. You all feel slightly numb. Bubbles of small areas in the shape of a bubble around each of the ships opens up at the under the powers of Nefertari Mimi, allowing you all to communicate within these small bubbles.
Whoa. This is cool.
Gotcha.
So I'm gonna get that.
This is King Sanswinder. To all vessels, we have entered into the calm belt and will be arriving in Shabouti Archipelago in a few days. Get some rest. It's time.
Is there anything anyone would like to do in those few days?
Salaki's probably just going to be breaking things and then healing them to see if he can make any progress at all.
Okay.
He's very frustrated right now.
All right, Raging Bolt. If you'd like to make another design check, you can.
Oh, okay. I will try to do that. What roll was it again?
Just roll a d20.
D20.
Mm-hmm.
D20 plus my intelligence.
Oh my gosh!
The same number again?
Every time.
It's
All right.
slightly better than before.
Yeah, you got it.
I don't think it was.
On the other hand, Cuddy Flam drags himself up onto the deck one day and glares at Flint. Suck it. And falls down on the deck.
You did it? You really are the best scientist.
Shut up.
I happen to be around to witness this.
Yes.
I'm gonna show it to Alicia.
You take Alicia down into the depths of the ship, and you see instead of a second bicycle, which is kind of what you're expecting, you see what looks to be a small protrusion out of the back wall, and there's an arrow to it that says blow here. And then underneath it says for emergencies only.
Yeah, I guess we shouldn't test it out right now.
Yeah, I don't think that would be the best idea.
All right.
Side note, I have dragged Cuddy Flam into the infirmary.
I'm fine. Let me go.
He is going to be strapped to the table. I know Cuddy.
Yeah, you do so. He's like gnawing at the restraints.
There's something I would like to try and do.
Okay.
I want to try and generate black flame, and if that isn't possible, I want to try and get like charcoal powder or something and see if it can affect my flame and make it black.
Okay. Go ahead and just roll a d20, add your mastery.
19.
Okay. After about a day of concentrating and, practicing different colors with your flame, you do indeed manage to produce a black flickering flame.
Okay, I'm going to tell the crew that black flame means stealthy, but a symbol. Just for flares, I mean.
Okay.
Stealthy in our vocabulary?
That's very true.
Gemini shakes her head.
I have 3 left feet.
I look
You're not
down at her
knocking this
legs.
thing, man.
She has 2 legs.
I start counting with my hands.
She rolls her eyes. It's just a stupid saying.
I feel like I would be aware if you were a fish man.
Oh my gosh. She walks up to both of you and drapes an arm over each of you and kind of pulls you guys close. You know, you guys give me migraines sometimes. She breaks out into
You
a
should go
smile.
see Oswald.
She breaks out into a smile. But I love this crew so much.
Hey, so do I. What a coincidence.
You saying that is really like writing your death warrant for me. I want you to stay close to us whenever we do this attack.
Hey, whatever. It's in the hands of
Don't
fate.
say that.
I've got a really
If it's
bad
in the hands of
feeling.
fate, we should be fine.
And I think you should, Flint. Honestly, we don't really know what we're moving into here.
I feel like if we see the Guardians get taken down, we might just want to run away.
Len, answer the phone. I'm scared of them.
Answer the phone.
This is Sanswinder. Shabouty is in view.
Oh no. Flint jumps onto Eep as like to console him, just petting his fur.
All right.
Eep, I'm so scared.
Cutting over to the royal vessel. Nefertari Mimi is sitting next to King Winder, grabbing onto his arm and just being there for him as he just shakes his head and makes another call.
All right, Whitebeard. If we're going to do this, it's time. No. Putting all the responsibility on me again, huh? We'll call you if things get dicey. For now, continue to do what you're doing. And it's time for those reinforcements. Understood.
Gotcha. Halfway across the world, in a destroyed shipyard, as Admiral Shirokuma is knocked across the yard, slamming into a wall. Whitebeard just grins, stands to his full height, pulls out his transponder snail.
All right, it's time. All right, Eddie. You said Shabouty, right? Yes, slightly east of Shabouty. Understood.
Gotcha. Standing on the deck of his massive warship, the absolutely shredded, hulking figure of gunmetal turns towards 2 figures behind him.
All right, boys, you heard him. It's time to call in a favor. And it's time for you two to go to war.
With all due respect, Captain, are you simply saying this because we happen to be standing the closest to you?
You bet your sweet tookus it is.
And he grabs the first man by the face. Understood. Captain, permission to scream?
Only if you take your lunch break. Invincible Armada pirates aren't allowed to scream on the clock.
Understood. Lunch break, initiated. He looks at the other guy.
Look, Captain's orders, right? Heck yeah, it is.
Gunmetal reaches out and grabs that man's face too and lifts them both into the air. Turns towards the east, kind of sticks his tongue out as he looks at the horizon.
All right, boys. Have a safe flight. Dead flight!
And he throws the 2 men clear over the horizon. You hear, back on the 2 ships. Go'ud looks up to the sky.
My liege? Yes, what is it? What is that?
Sweet Anubis.
Hitting one of the ships, bouncing off, flipping through the air, and face planting on the deck of the Lily of the Valley is a tall, lanky figure with tan skin, a pinstriped purple suit, a yellow tie, extremely thin. As he stands up, he's nearly 8 foot tall, thanks to the giant afro that he has.
way!
Yo!
No way!
Yeah.
I would not consider that my best landing.
He looks around.
Oh, it's a pleasure to meet you all.
He looks towards Gemini.
Pardon me, miss. May I see your panties?
She short circuits. Why?
You know, that's a great question. I've never asked myself that before.
We'll put a pin in that. He takes the tiny little top hat off of his head and bows towards you all. Hello. I am the 5th Division Commander of the Invincible Armada Pirates. My name is Brooke. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Do you want to see mine?
I mean, I got
no,
mine on me.
I have no interest in man panties.
Oh.
Manties? You have an interest in manties? Come on.
Yep, sorry. Not interested.
Ah. Nice to meet you, Brooke. I'm Salaki Same. I'm a shark.
Hi.
Ah, I can see that. The other figure stands from one of the decks of the ship, jumps over, Brooke, and slams Brooke haymaker in the back of the head. Brooke's face just slams on the deck.
Did you just ask my sister to see that?
Sister?
Are you serious, man?
Gemini eyes go wide. Oh, hey, bro.
Gemini, it's been a minute.
You have a brother?
You have a brother in the crew of an emperor?
I have a lot of brothers on the crew of the Emperor, unfortunately. This is Ares.
Caleb. Your hair stands on end. As Ares takes a little bow towards you all and smiles.
Sorry, everyone, for this one's behavior, he says, stepping on Brooke's back. Yo! I'm not apologizing. I am Ares, the 7th Division Commander of the Invincible Armada Pirates. It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
And the Black Lion Mink.
I knew it.
His eyes go wide as he lays his eyes on one certain member of the Lily Pirates.
You say the session's over, I'm going to throttle you.
Well, this is a little awkward. Have you been, son?
Yeah, a little bit more than awkward, you stack of poop worth of a father. Where have you been?
Yo, this is interesting. And that is where we're going to end the 11th session of Sea of Adventure.